Hello, fire signs, and welcome to your daily focus tarot for today, Thursday. Good morning. Sorry I didn't have this up last night. So for you today, we have Knight of Wands and Two of Cups in the reverse. So Knight of Wands to focus on. This is a movement forward and growth and transformation and being creative in that growth, being able to change who you are. And the clarifier is King of Swords. And this is a card of discernment. This is a card of observing what's around you, observing the way that things are communicated and the language that's used, and using that to help develop your strength and your discernment and decide where you want to go. This is all about communication and language. It's about having strength in that, cutting through the things that don't serve you. And really taking ownership, taking leadership of making this change, of making this transformation and this movement forward, this growth. So the Two of Cups in reverse, this is talking about, it can be talking about a breakup, literally a breakup with somebody else. It's mainly talking about a disconnection. There's some sort of mistrust, some sort of somebody doing something they shouldn't be, or you are disconnected from yourself. You're out of balance. You don't really know your direction. To me, this is more about like you were disconnected and now you're finding your direction again. You're finding yourself and you're finding the way that you want to move forwards with this Knight and King. So this almost is more like the recent past, unless it's talking about a breakup and you fixing that imbalance, which in a way it is, because this is like Princess of Pentacles is a clarifier, and this is talking about your health and your wealth. It's talking about how are you going to grow those. You're looking at that pentacle, you're looking at that health and wealth, and you're thinking about, what do I do with this? You know, how do I do what I want to do with this? Because this pentacle it's not carved in stone, it's not carved in wood, it's made of wood. It's not gold like some of the other pentacles or silver in some decks. This is malleable. It's changeable because it's made of wood. So you have the ability to change that, and you have, the sun and water. You have the stones. You're standing on solid ground. You just need to figure out what you're going to do to have this new day, to have this sunrise, to get this Two of Cups in the upright. And it may be a breakup. It could be. Or it could be that you're reconnecting with yourself. You're reconnecting with your higher self, your best good. Now, 4 other cards came out at the same time the Two of Cups did, and they fell separately. So we have the Devil, the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and Justice. And I'm going to read them from the bottom up this time, although they could be read both ways. So the Devil, this is talking about material things in the world. You see the world serpent there encircling. You see the sun. So this is talking about your growth in the physical world, in the material world. It talks about death. It talks about addiction. It talks about the shadow self. The stuff that you don't want to acknowledge about yourself hidden in your unconscious, or stuff you don't want to acknowledge about your life. like the things that you want to run away from. So it's talking about, the devil can be talking about overcoming those things or making progress on them. It can also talk about like being a warning not to give in to those things, not to harvest those things, because those things are going to lead you down the wrong path, right? They're going to lead you to the disconnection. And the Seven of Pentacles, that is the harvesting. And you see that guy there not really sure if he wants to harvest those pentacles or not. Two of Wands, this is a card about finding your path, finding your vision, moving forward. And this particular one, you see he's on top of a tower, looking down, trying to find his path between the emotional and the spiritual and the physical realm, the solid ground, the land, the material world. So he's trying to find, he's looking from a higher perspective, from a higher source, almost like he's a third party just watching what is going on and looking for the best path. And that ties in with this King of Swords, being discerning, paying attention to the language, the communication, and having the strength to cut through the BS, to cut through what isn't serving you. So this path you're looking for, this has to do with justice. You know, she's channeling knowledge. She's gaining knowledge on how to get balance. How to get the balance that this Two of Cups and the upright promises. She's trying to get that balance, that knowledge. Now at the bottom of Druidcraft, we have Two of Wands. So again, you can see it's finding a path. It's finding a gateway, finding a door and opening it into a new beginning. Four of Pentacles. This card talks about, it can talk about like hiding yourself away, like your feelings or your emotions, or just like, you know, not hanging out with people, particularly people who are negative. It can also talk about, you know, hiding your coins or, you know, your money or your finances and being very conservative with it, keeping it out of the light, both kinds of light, both the warm yellow sunny light and the cold white light. I'm not sure what the cold white light would be. I don't know, it's very harsh though. So just, you know, keeping yourself or keeping your finances away from that. Oh yeah, then we have Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Cernunnos, which is the devil, and Nine of Swords. Interesting. So yeah, they came up in both, that there was anxiety, there was an ending, something happened, there was an ending, you were afraid, but then you were able to conquer it, you know, because you found this path. At the bottom of the Ethereal Visions, set the deck there, Eight of Swords. So this is a card of being blindfolded and trapped, like bound by your negative thinking, bound by other people's perceptions of you, and not having this new beginning. And the key to opening that doorway to the new beginning is to unbind yourself, to put those swords in their place behind you and let them stay behind you. Let them stay in the past. In other words, take that blindfold off, stand up, take the ropes off. You see this one, they're very loosely tied around her. And then we have Seven of Cups. This talks about the figure who is the higher self, who is Kronos, who controls the wheel. This figure, to me, it is also always Hamlet because of the skull. This figure, you know, they can put the mask on or they can take it off. And in terms of your internal thinking, your internal functioning, take the mask off. You can wear it outside with everybody else, but take it off internally. And then we have death, which is transformation and leaving the past in the past. Inspiration and communication and creativity and thinking. Hangman again. An illumination towards a new path in terms of, again, communication, language, the ability to set up a routine that's healthy for you, not based on what other people want for you. And the magician is the last one. Yeah, the magician is the last one. And the magician talks about manifesting, right? Manifesting, having everything in balance so that you can manifest what you want. And I drew a fairy cats for you. Autumn. Beautiful. This is Affirmations of the Fairy Cats. Interesting. It says, I have a strong work ethic. Sorry, I have to read from the book because I don't know this deck very well. I know what needs to be done and I can do it. Autumn is the busiest time of the year in the wild. Nature's bounty is ready to be harvested, and her children take advantage of the cooler days to put away provisions for the long winter ahead. Interesting that manifesting and the Princess or Page of Pentacles. Where was I at? They know it's time for work and they get to it. The brilliant hues of autumn are both a call to work and a promise that nature will reward industry with ease and security during the winter. As the leaves fall and preparations wind down, all creatures begin to relax, drifting into winter with the comfort of a job well done. Hard tasks can be daunting, causing us to doubt our energies or abilities to manage them. Stressing over tasks that need to be done takes our attention off the here and now and prevents us from enjoying our lives in the present. You can't be happy if you're dreading a task you need to do. Even where shirking work can set us up for failure in the long run. So this is talking about doing this internal work with the Two of Cups. This is talking about why you're having disharmony, why you're having that disconnect with your higher self, or why you're having the breakup. It says developing a strong work ethic. And work, I saw 1414. Work can be work that you do to earn income, or it can be work that you do to improve yourself or to improve the physical world around you, or even those around you. You know, if you're mentoring somebody, but you also have to do inner work. You have to do spiritual work internally. I'm not saying like it has to be tied to any particular religious belief. I'm saying you have to like examine your life periodically and really take a hard look at it. Take a third party perspective look at it and see what's going on. And if there's something you don't like, then you have to change it. That's also work. And that's what this is referring to. When faced with a difficult task, fear of failure can paralyze us and keep us from even starting. You can complete what you need to do no matter how hard it may seem. You are strong, capable, and able to accomplish anything you put your mind to. And let me see what the rest of the book says. Start small and be consistent. If all you can manage is one small thing at a time, it's a step in the right direction. Sometimes getting started is the hardest part, and polishing off a small task will help you feel accomplished and motivated. Reward yourself when you've done a good job. When you accomplish something great, take time to celebrate. A reward is a great incentive to get working for like the next job that you need to do, the next little piece of work you need to do. It basically snowballs. Set goals and get organized. Break down tasks into logical steps. And it says to follow examples from nature. They don't pause to doubt their abilities, and neither should you. Never forget to remind yourself that you are capable, resourceful, and energetic enough to get the job done. You can do it, and you will succeed. I really love this Affirmations of the Fairy Cats. That's a great note to leave off on. Have a good Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow.